Hi, this is Mark with an unrehearsed outdoor evening eBay tips and tricks here in Connecticut at twilight. So I'm going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. First, a couple of the good. This is a VHS rewinder, which a lot of people have gawked about and talked about on some of these YouTube videos. This one is in a worn box, so obviously on eBay I would have to say worn box, but on Amazon you do not get that opportunity. So I selected new in the hopes that I'm not going to get gigged when you open this. It's all in there. I took it out and inspected it. The plastic cover is still on the actual rewinder itself. So this was $2, and on Amazon, $55. That's like food for a week for some people, but this silly item to rewind a VHS tape, $55. Good pickup. More of the good, especially with Amazon. This was at a local Goodwill, again, for about $2, $3 after my military discount. Rolodex from probably about 1990, obviously empty, and this is new. When I opened it up, the actual item had some wear on the plastic from the box from sliding back and forth over the years of being shifted around. So I think I listed that on Amazon as new other, and put that there was some wear on the item and box wear. Something like $40 on that. Paid $2.40, definitely worth it, and not something I would have thought was worth money. More Amazon items. This is kind of nice. This is a Betty Crocker cookbook. From the sticker still being on there, paid $4 just the other day. Real good shape. Little stain on the back there. I think I looked this up and it's $29 plus shipping. My risk factor is low. There were several editions of this though. One includes microwave cooking, so this must be around 1980 or 82 when microwaves are coming out. But I won't cry if I can't list that as the one I thought it was on Amazon. It's not like I invested $20 or $30 in it. Oddball items for Amazon that you might not think of, and some of you know about. This is a cookie press and food decorator. This has got to be from 25 or 30 years ago, and it's got like shipping labels on it. Okay, $124.92, pretty close. This item, if I can get it open here, looks like the box is worn to crap, but get it open under the pressure of the hot cameras here in twilight in Connecticut. Looks like basically all the things are still in the plastic holders, so they couldn't have used it. They would have needed to break those off to use the cookie press. So I listed it as new other. This is something I got for $2, and I forget whether it's 24, 28, or 31 on that, but it doesn't take up much room and I've got very little into it. Other items for Amazon that are somewhat of a shocker is these VHS packs. Maybe individual tapes, don't go crazy. I looked this one up, which I'm into, for like $3. I think I could list this for like 34, something like that. There's a 6-pack for $29, and this has got the 2 bonus tapes, so I don't know where I'm going to go with that. I might have to learn how to create a listing on Amazon, which I haven't done before, but I think I can manage to do for $34. I think we're segueing over to eBay here, and we're gonna cover some territory. Shrink wraps, at one last Amazon perhaps, but it's gonna end up on eBay. Is I thought this was a new sealed game. Some of them go for like 34 and up. Some of them are like 70 new for this game. But there's a couple different things with this game. There's different editions. When they say AH, that's Avalon Hill. And then there's another edition which is Wizards of the Galaxy or something. That's when they took over Avalon Hill. So you really kind of have to know Wizards of the Coast. You really kind of have to know what you're talking about. Now the giveaway with this is there's a little dog-eared corner there where they over shrunk wrap it and healed it. This one's on the side, this one's on the top right there. It's not new. I could take it apart, inventory it, spend 45 minutes on it, Google search it, and I'm gonna end up selling it for 14 bucks. That might be a redonate or give to someone else, but just because I looked it up in a poorly lit store and saw that one was selling for 67, bad choice, bad choice. But if you think that's a bad choice, wait till you see this. Somehow my little brain thought that this would be a collector's item of some sort and sell for somebody to put in a man cave. There is somewhere on there the date right here, EC 76, so it is vintage. The frame is splitting apart, so I mean I really doubt someone is going to give me 20, reframe this thing, pay for shipping. That was just a bummer. I don't know what I was thinking that day, but it's been sitting on eBay for 5 months. And if you want to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly again, this is some sort of promotional wristband item for the band, which I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's like America's Got Talent or something. So I looked up one of these the week I grabbed this, and one of them had sold for, let's say, $9 or $10 or 20 or whatever. So I figured since there were 6 in here, I extrapolated that this much must be worth 60 on eBay. I think I only paid $2.99. It's been sitting on eBay for 6 months. It does have one watcher. I don't know who in the hell was watching this thing. I think it's a promotional item because I found no others. One of them is a hemp wristband, which is this one right here. Maybe I'll break that out, get what I paid back for it. But you can't extrapolate the value of something from 1 to 6. And this would cost a little bit to ship because it doesn't fit, I don't think, in any of the priority boxes. And even if it did, it would cost too much to ship like a B flat rate or whatever on that one. Some other bad picks. These are transparency films, which if you can get for $2, sometimes you can sell for 20. This one maybe looked sealed, and then this one I noticed the same thing. The side over shrink. So I weighed them both, thinking if they both have the same amount of transparencies, one was a couple ounces off. And that would have come back to me if I sold it on Amazon, if the person was picky and counted them, or weighed them like I did. But I try to be a reputable seller. I'm not going to sell somebody 80 sheets when they're paying for 100. So I don't know quite what I'm going to do with that. Some others, Harman Kardon remote. People, GillDaddy and that whole crew say you could sell remotes for a lot. I have not looked it up yet, and what you would do with this, in case you haven't watched any other YouTube videos, you put batteries in it, you put your camera on like selfie mode, and you press it, and it'll show a light or something that the human eye can't see, and it would be on the phone. Couple last items. I've been having some luck with items like this that are clearly from the 1980s. You could tell by the woman, it looks like Farrah Fawcett on Charlie's Angels. This is just hair clips. I think I'm into this for $1. I can't keep going on buying stuff for $1 and selling it for 17 or 18. That's not a really good business model. But if you want to do it, I've had luck selling stuff like this that's just totally vintage hair products. One was a curler that I got for $3 and sold for $20. Bad ideas again to pick up. This was $2 minus maybe my military discount at Goodwill. It's the Law Enforcement 1984 commemorative memorial or something. So I'm thinking it's a limited edition and everything. But what are the chances that in the next year someone is going to type into eBay 1984 Law Enforcement commemorative memorial belt buckle? I don't think it's going to happen. I'm better off putting my energies towards VHS tapes, ink cartridges, toners, diabetic test strips, stuff that's going to sell within a few days. But on that note, that is pretty specific, and I'm only going to sell it for 10 or 15 bucks, so I'm going to make nothing after fees. Picked this up, 50 years of Daytona. This has got to be from 15 or 20 years ago. I mean, you got like the Motley Crue loving chick on the side. This, I kind of am in a position where I could ask what I want. because I am going to be the only person on eBay with this on there. It's probably out of print. I don't think they made it on DVD, so I think I'm good with this. I mean, I invested 99 cents, and if I could ask $23.95, it's going to take very little time to list. ZZ Top is on here and all that crap. Not horrible, but I think I've gone over some of the good and bad. And if you didn't get a laugh out of the Tigers, I don't know what will make you laugh. But this was my last bad idea that I'm going to cover tonight. Recipe cards from like 1990. People would just look the recipe up on their phone. I don't know why they would need this sitting on their counter all dusty and nasty from 27 years ago. This is another one of those things where I looked up, and the week I bought it, someone maybe sold one for $27 or $28 plus shipping, and I'm into this for $3. I should have just left it there. So hopefully you got a few ideas by the wide variety of things I covered tonight. Been at work since 6 this morning, forgive me, but throwing around some ideas. We got to thank my wife Francine for being at the helm of the camera, and we'll catch you next time on Marc's eBay Tips. Thanks.